Hi, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be looking at how to use our Arduino to control our computer. So this is just a demo, so you can see I can use the accelerometer to control the cursor up and down, left and right, and this is really cool, and we are controlling it remotely. And we can actually, so I have two buttons in here, hopefully you guys can see it. So I can right click, you can see the right click in there, and I can actually do left click too. So I can just reload this page. I click on this and the page reloads. You can see that the page is reloading, and so we can move up and down and left and right, and I can pause this. You can see that. So this is like a very basic idea, but you can think of like maybe like creating a video game for your computer and you use the Arduino to control it remotely, right? Very cool. And now we are using a wired accelerometer. There are other actuators and sensors that you can actually use that are remote, right? That you don't need wire, right? So you can sit on the couch and you have your computer very far away from you, and you are using this to control it. That's how most of the controllers that you use for your video game works. As you can see, you're able to build your own kind of a controller, right? And so we're going to be writing Arduino code and Python code. I will give you guys the code because I think this design is too much of work already. So and I think it will be fun for you guys as it was fun for me building it. All right, let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back. All right, so let's now continue with the video. So the first thing that we need to do, of course, is our design. And the design is very simple. So I will explain how the connection works and also give you like the connection number, just in case this is not visible for you enough. But please let me explain before you do anything, okay? So the major thing that we have here is the accelerometer, right? This guy here. So, and that is the major thing that we're going to be focusing on. And this when you are done with your design, you might want to strap this to your finger, right? So that you can move it left and right, so that it will be easy for you to control the mouse cursor. So you can see the first thing that we need to do is that you get your Arduino board, you take your ground to the blue line, you take your 5 volt to the red line. That's the first thing. So if you are able to do that, then congratulations. So the next thing, let's connect our accelerometer. So you can see this one is also very easy. So the VDD, we go to the red, so which is the 5 volt. The ground, we go in here to the blue line. Then we are only connecting the SCL and SDA. So the SCL is going to A5 and SDA is going to A4. All right, so let me confirm that. So SDA A4, SCL A5. Okay, please make sure that that is connected properly. Okay, so now the next thing, let's connect our button. So the button is what we use to do the left click and the right click. Okay, so just use any leg, right? So let's choose this one to be the ground. So this for the left click. Then the other positive side, we go to pin 2. So let's confirm that. So left click, so yeah, so the positive side is pin 2. So this goes to pin 2. Then the right click, so this goes to ground, and then this goes to probably pin 3. Let's confirm that. Yeah, that's pin 3. Okay. So then the LEDs, like the LEDs, you really don't need it, but it's just to make something cool. And please change the like the color. So maybe make this one red, green, yellow, or something like that, right? So we have our LEDs. Of course, the short leg, we go to ground. So we all know that already. Then the long leg, we use 220 ohms, so that the current won't be too much for it. So 220 ohms. So for the first one, I think the first one goes to pin 4, the second one pin 5, then the right one goes to pin 6. Okay, so let's just do that right there. Okay, so yeah, that is the old design. Not too much, like you can get rid of the LEDs if you want, because this is the major thing that we are using in here. Okay, so now let's go through the code. So we're going to be having two code, right? One is a Arduino UNO code, and the other one is the Python code. Okay, so I will give you the link to this GitHub repository so that you can download both code. And if you want to look at the design or download the design will also be here. So but first, let's go to the Arduino code. So you download the Arduino code, put it in your Arduino, and then you're able to run it. Okay, so nothing much here. So everything that we already know. So we have our pins, and like this is we are using the gyro sensor, which is also the accelerometer node to track the X and Y axis, so that we're able to move our mouse, right? Then make sure that this is 9600, because that's the same value that we're going to be using in our Python code. I think you guys don't need to set anything in here. I think everything in here is good. Okay, so but the first thing that I want you guys to do, so when you are done with your design, and then you have your Arduino code, I want you to first load your Arduino code to your Arduino before you go into the Python code. And once you do that, then I want you to go and check the serial monitor and move your accelerometer and make sure that the value is coming here. You should see the values XYZ, coming here. If you don't see that, then that means something is wrong. So you must see that, before you do the Python code. And once you see that everything is good, you have to close serial monitor, right? If you don't close it, the Python code will not work, right? Because the serial monitor will be the one getting the data, right? So the serial monitor and the Python code are trying to get the data from the same source, right? So once we confirm that serial monitor is good, we just close it, then we go to the Python code. Okay, so let's go to the Python code. So this is the Python code, right? So couple of things that you have to do in here. So you can see that I put my port, so because I'm on Mac, this is how my port shows in my Arduino. So but I don't have it connected, but yeah, once I have it connected, this is the value that comes for me. Then for people using Windows, it will probably be COM5, COM4, or anything, right? So make sure that you use the right. So if you're on Windows, you just replace this with COM5 and make sure that it's all caps. Okay, then make sure that this is 9600, so that it's the same with what we have in our oops, I didn't mean to do that. 9600. So you see, this must match this. Okay, so then that's the first thing to do. All right, then the next thing to do, you can see here that we are using some Python plugins. So you have to install those plugins. So the way to install it, so on Mac, right? So you have to open your terminal. So let me just put this in here. All right, so on Windows, it's called command prompt, right? So once you click on your Windows key and just type command prompt, then you see this. So when you see that, all you want to do is just copy. So if you are using Python 3, so you can try this first. If this does not work, then you try this, right? So you just copy this and then you paste it in here, and then you press enter, then it will install the plugin for you, right? So you see it's installing it. But if you have Python 3, you have to copy Python 3. For you to know which Python that you have, let this finish. Okay, it's taking some time, but I'll show you like how to know which Python you have. I think all you have to do to know which Python you have is just type this Python version. I think so. So let me see if this is done. This, I will stop it. Okay, so for you to know your Python, so just say Python version. Oh, I spelled version wrong. You can see, so mine is Python 3. So that means if I want to run this command, I will put Python 3 in here. All right. So if yours is 2 or something, then you don't need that. Okay. So that's for that. Then you install that. If you get a PIP error, that means that you have no PIP installed. So you have to go to Google and search how to install PIP, on my machine. So once you are done with that, you can see that the name of our Python code is Python code. Okay, so you have to go to the directory or like where you download this Python code. All right, so it might be in your download or something. Then you go there, then you type this. So again, if you are using Python 3, you have to use Python 3, right? Then you just come in here and you just type this Python 3 Python code. Right now it will not work for me because it will try to look for my Arduino board, but it's not plugging. But okay, you know what, let me plug in my Arduino board so that you guys can see, how it actually works. So let me plug in my Arduino board. So I plug in my Arduino board. You can see 1401. You can see this is my own board, and that's what I put in here. You can see right there, then I come in here. So before I even do that, right, so let's confirm that everything is working from here. So my serial monitor, you can see my serial monitor when I move, right? So you have to make sure that this also works for you. Then I close it, then I come in here and I run this code. You see, now it's listening. Now I'm using, so now you see, now I'm actually using my accelerometer to control it. Okay, so if it works, this is what you will see. Okay, so I know it's a lot of setup, but if you have any question, let me know, right? Just make sure that this is the same, then change this, and everything should work, right? And so this is the design, this is the Python code, and this is the Arduino code. And I'll put this link in the comments in the description so that you can download the Arduino code and the Python code. You don't need this actually. Just so to download it, just come here, then just click on download, right? Download the raw file. The same thing for the Python code, you just download it, right? Hopefully that is really straightforward for you guys. It's like a very fun project. Let me know if you have any question, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.